couple of park benches you put right along Rose Street. Right on the edge of the sidewalk. There's,
Where? At Strauss?
it's right.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that, I mean, we had planned to go with like what we have in Library Park, so it all kind of matches,
Oh, nice, okay.
but we don't have it mentioned yet.
Yeah.
All under 5, 6 feet. Can you lie down?
4 feet,
4 feet?
yeah. I'll show you a picture in a moment.
Yeah, I've seen that picture in the past. You could try to get rid of it for what, 5 years?
Get wired back up.
Not hooked up, but it's in and we can fill the hole in. So they started filling the hole and they thought, well, Kevin do that with the big green idea.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are y'all?
Good.
Thank you. Nintendo Steam.
Yeah.
Office.
See, and wake me up.
We're using you to hide. We're using you to hide.
Susan, they said they were coming.
Oh, yeah.
I sent them nasty grams.
I just had a barbecue today. That was.
Who's that?
Get my dinner.
Still hasn't shown.
Who?
Denzel.
Angel Gwen. Yeah. And, but I texted Tom, our vice president, and Dan, said, Mama Beth is pissed off. What's that?
Get your budget tonight?
I did,
Are they coming?
yeah. Yeah, they said they are. Of course, Tom sent me a picture of 2 beer mugs clinking. So, I don't know.
That's priorities.
Yeah, I'm not sure, so we'll see. It's the youth of the kids these days. No, I'm kidding. Some of my parents. Hark, I hear someone. Look who it is.
I'll silently see.
He's alive.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Here, we can fan one of these.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Are you getting your last days up at Loveland?
Let's go.
Oh, geez, good for you.
I'm actually done at Loveland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I only work Saturdays and have to take the next 2 off, so.
Yeah.
This is the deal.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Still go for closing day.
Oh, yeah. Gotta get all the sales at the sport shop.
Oh,
Whether I ski or not, I go up there and get the sale. Great.
What is, Beth, does the county supply the gas bag?
CDOT,
Full pass go down, you got in that form?
yeah. Usually they just drop them off, Mr. Vice President.
Thank you.
Um, I might have to make a call.
Okay.
Let me write that down.
Now I'll go get them
Okay.
if needed. Hey, Tom. Good job.
You guys in Philadelphia, it's pretty playoffs for lacrosse for this kid. You know, they were losing today to Villanova. I haven't heard
Hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Fall on your chair.
Figured out. Clear this game. So it'll mess around all the time.
Do you remember that girl's name that was here last?
Lexi.
Lexi.
Yeah.
Do you remember her last name?
Burger. Berger. Yep,
Yeah, we have a quorum.
because that's why Mama Beth sent you and Dan.
I was fully ready.
Note.
We were down last time you were here.
Yeah.
All right. Parks and Recreation Commission down in Georgetown, regular scheduled meeting Thursday, May 2nd, 2024, 6 P M. Notice and agenda for regular meeting. Town hall will be open to the public for this meeting. There's an option to join virtually. If you'd like to leave a comment, please call 303-569-2555, extension 2, or email town clerk at townofgeorgetown.us. It will give you details regarding the meeting, agenda, call to order, roll call. Steve Caliban here. Tom Paxton. Here. Ben Luther.
Here,
Dana Lowen.
Here.
And Rob's Bill. Agenda approval.
I'll move to approve the agenda for Thursday, May 2nd, 2024 as presented.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Agenda approved. Minutes approval, April 4th, 2024.
I move to approve the meeting minutes of April 4th, 2024 as presented.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes approved. Audience business. Members of the audience will have 5 minutes to present any matter of interest related to the town. Not already on the agenda, no official action may be taken at this time. Old new business, Park Sec report, Kevin.
I mostly just been helping out Bob. With South Park the past couple of weeks. At the lake. There was several, of the 8x8 posts broken. With cables in them.
Oh, okay.
There's about 10 of them, I counted, maybe 12. 10 or 12.
Somebody drive into him.
Yeah, well, they get broken over every time.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm gonna start working on those next week.
all right.
I'm gonna continue to help out, we made a lot of progress this week down there, so.
Awesome.
And then Bob next is gonna start working on 15.
Okay, good.
So we'll be helping with that.
What is he doing now?
What's that? He helps for the park, he's like.
Oh, yeah, these are seasonal?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
so he's gonna start helping me out.
awesome.
And then the lake restrooms are still broke, but I did manage to order the parts and everything, so I just gotta go get them.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Anything else you need? Equipment, tools?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna, so
There we go.
Rick said that he can't buy me an aerator. Well, I really don't need a lawnmower. Can I use that money to buy an aerator?
Didn't we get one of those?
I thought you had the bull behind.
Oh, we had one.
It was all, it fell apart on me.
If you don't need a lawnmower, you gotta get aerator, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get one for that tractor.
Yeah,
I can do that,
Yeah.
cause there's like 10,000, and then I think they're like $2,500
yeah,
for one, okay.
You need
So
to
that's good.
vote on that or motion or we good?
I don't know.
I'll move to approve Kevin for the purchase of an aerator
Yeah.
instead of a lawnmower.
I second
All in favor?
I,
Done.
Thank you. That's it for me.
I was just gonna ask you.
You guys got anything for me?
Oh. Wildlife viewing station bathrooms, you know, the scary ones, the vaulted ones.
Yeah, we'll just,
Did we replace the,
we did,
okay,
but I did put some, pretty cool toilet paper dispensers in there.
great.
Gives them one piece. They was South Park.
Awesome.
It only gives them one piece. So good.
That's fantastic. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yep. Thanks. Are you gonna sell one of those ones for that? We never replaced them.
Oh, I can have Mary do it. She's got the vendor name and the part number.
Yeah. Mhm.
I don't know the vendor name or part number, but she does.
So you
And-
give me two of them, I'll put them in.
I'll email her.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, letter of intent to join the commission, deadline for submission 4/30/24. Not sure what it's on for.
Are we supposed to make a motion to ask the board of selectmen to appoint Lexi to our board, right?
I think it's good.
I think you should, why does it
Yeah.
say deadline for submission 4/30? What's,
I don't know.
why is there a deadline at all?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the deadline.
Yeah, we're pictures of. And it's.
Sorry,
Yeah.
missed it by 2 days.
Yeah. Did you guys already meet Lexi at the last meeting?
Yes,
Okay.
and I was told we had to vote her on,
Right,
which we.
that's
can
what
do
I
right-
think this
Which
is.
we can do right now, we have a quorum.
We just did number one.
Well, I'll make the motion to, ask the board of selectmen to appoint Lexi Berger to the Georgetown Parks and Rec Commission.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
I know.
But now the board of selectmen has to,
Yes, they have to do the formal appointment, but they look to us to say, yes, we want her.
Yeah.
that takes 2 months.
I know.
When's the next board of selectmen meeting? You know,
14th of May.
14th of May?
Gonna be a long one.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Oh, we'll be the ones who are allowed.
like, do I have to show up in person?
No, no.
I'm kidding, I
You might be able to get in, like,
I don't think you have to show.
In consent agenda or something, like the slam dunk stuff at the
get
beginning.
in, get in there. We asked if she can come in, not wait the whole thing.
You'd be kind of.
I don't think any of our other people would do the last meeting.
I didn't.
If that's gonna be like a nice long meeting.
Okay.
You could have just brought thing, yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
I think it would take
Yeah.
some serious problems.
So don't worry about it.
You know,
Rob,
okay.
Rob.
But I would, can we let her sit in now? Let her sit down, look at the agenda.
Of course.
Yeah, Lexi,
What?
you can sit in and.
Yeah, you can sit here and look at all of our papers.
Oh, I could be official?
Yeah.
Yes, please join us.
You might not be able to vote.
Here's a little
Thanks.
thing that we're looking at.
All right, certainly, Epic Day service, Georgetown Picnic Day.
Alright.
Oh,
Here to help answer any questions, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I
So
saw a post like on Facebook or something mentioning it, helping the Parks and Rec wasn't involved, so we not to help.
one more time, sorry, it's a long day.
And it was just a Facebook post that said you're having it, thanking whoever, but Parks and Rec wasn't in there, so we not involved.
I don't know who's involved. Do we need to put you all in on the post?
Well, we took our day from
And
June
move
eighth, and moved it to all one time,
Yeah,
and I thought we were getting dumpsters.
we have 7 dumpsters coming to Georgetown
Yeah.
and a wood chipper.
Oh, so you have all that coming, okay.
Yes.
Is it the same place as last year where we were?
Correct, correct.
Oh, perfect, perfect.
It's, do you want me to go through the spiel or do you guys want to
Yeah.
have questions?
Let's just go.
Okay, so Clear Creek Rotary is hosting the Epic Day of Service on May 8th in efforts to get all the county to kind of clean up for summer season. Each town has been offered to participate in some way, so Idaho Springs, they'll have 3 dumpsters and a wood chipper. Georgetown will have 7 dumpsters and a wood chipper. Silver Plume will have 4 dumpsters from a different company. We're using Doyle. With Idaho Springs, they'll be using Timberline. And then Empire has the opportunity to utilize ours. They wanted to keep with their your cleanup day, which will be on June 22nd during the slacker.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Jones from Clear Creek Fire Authority has guaranteed the wood chipper at both locations. Doyle is our main sponsor, which means Georgetown will be responsible for paying for the driver, while the dumpsters will be donated. That's 7 dumpsters down in the event lot. Cabin Creek will be the local business that's sponsoring this also. So Tommy Knockers will be down in Idaho Springs, where we will have Cabin Creek.
So free beer all day?
Yeah.
They
What?
might be able to get that for y'all.
We don't get like a pony kegger or something?
Can you imagine, be like, you enjoy your volunteer beer?
Yeah.
No, but so with the orange bags, since they're a little bigger, and we're gonna have people try to get to other areas around town, not just our personal yards as much, you're still allowed to do that, but
Yeah.
emphasis on town. For every orange bag, you get 1 voucher for free drink and 20%. They say free drink just in case it's a soft drink, but also free beer.
Who's getting the orange bags?
That's some of the questions I'm struggling with, and I
Okay.
heard us talking about that as
Yes,
well.
okay. All right, I'm gonna,
I don't know if we have any left in that.
well, I'm gonna just call CDOT and see.
Okay.
But
Do you think, are you just grabbing them for Georgetown, or are you gonna try to help orchestrate it all for Rotary? That's been mine in Rockland too, so I'm just
Let me see what
clarifying.
they say when I call them,
Okay,
and we will go from there.
so,
Yeah, who knows?
Okay,
Maybe they can pick them up when and we can pick them up separate or something.
maybe if they give us like 20 beer tickets. They'll, CDOT will donate everything, I'm kidding.
maybe I give them like official, like, you know, anything.
Yeah.
And then, so the event is officially from 9 AM to 1 PM, hopefully until the last participant leaves. They'll be taking away the dumpsters, but also
What'd you
keeping
say you started?
9 AM, did I say PM?
You said 9. Oh,
9
you said-
AM,
Okay, I'm guessing I'll be there at 7.
Yeah, we usually get there early.
Still
that's
7?
what, so this is the official time, but Rotary will, it says 8 AM, but they're telling me they'll be there earlier.
It's earlier.
What are the official times again?
9
7
AM to 1 PM.
9 to 1.
7 AM for you,
9.
7 AM.
9 o'clock.
For our volunteers.
So our game is.
6 AM,
7 AM.
so 7 to 1.
We need to be there though early, you guys, cause you guys know what happened
I'll be
last
there
time.
early.
They're already on.
I couldn't help
Yeah.
last year, but I could be there for this year, so.
I think I can do this, that's.
I can help out too, and our road and bridge already let me know people are gonna be dumping their stuff before and then
I
probably
know, they do
after
that.
with and without the gates being open.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
We get snow.
Then,
Day of the event, Cabin Creek will have a tent and table and all sorts of props to be set up there. Each dumpster will kind of be labeled with a sign on what's accepted and a Rotary banner unfold. Rotary should be having everything prepared by 9 AM when the participants come around. The goal is to have more trash collected around town, less focus on personal maintenance, so traditional trash rules applies, especially since we're using Doyle. I know we've had different rules in the year before, or years before, I was only here last year. So no mattresses, exercise equipment or electronics, tires, hazardous materials, similar to paint cans. No huge appliances,
like,
but that's the exact wording I
We've
got, so
always
when
got refrigerators or we've got
Yeah,
good
we-
stuff.
that's what I'm.
Now we've gotten stoves and.
yeah, we get stoves, dishwasher.
I'm still clarifying that language. I sent bullet points to be like, this is what we're using, please follow my standards, so I
Yeah.
can just put that specifically and
Yeah,
got a paragraph, so we're clear.
We got a lot of big appliances every year.
Yeah.
I am told furniture will be accepted, cause couches and stuff was a problem. It's because we're using a different company and they're not willing to bend the rules or empty the trash as much or, you know, get a little
Yeah.
more creative with things, so we're just trying to be more appreciative since this is our first run working
Okay,
with
well, hopefully
everybody.
we'll get the message.
Hopefully, if not, you know, I've told Rotary, most of them live in town, they know how this goes and
Yeah.
they should be expecting that feedback. I
Yeah.
would be, you know, the fun one in the back.
yeah, right?
Pointing, go talk to that man over there. For the orange trash bags, I think they kind of, groups are wanting to spread out around town, so we're suggesting the entry and exit ramps, those places are covered in trash, especially along the fence lines. Both the bike trail and Rutherford Trail over here, the basketball courts, tennis courts, that little trail in between. You know, our game will be coming this year and they'll be working on the lake, and a lot of people know to clean up the lake, and we will have other groups there, but we wanna get a little bit more creative.
You know, that big map,
I'm sorry?
that big map you said.
Yeah.
We traditionally had a big map that had little parks on it so that people could come and
You
like.
can point to this spot.
Kind of take.
Wonderful. I've been trying to get, you know, input on what are we gonna have on the table,
Yeah,
just cause you never know. One other perk that we're having here in Georgetown is Rotary's gonna have 2 volunteers be in the crate. They're gonna be weighted down, so we're just looking for 2 more volunteers to go with them to kind of carry the track, so they're not struggling to do both. We want a little bit more safety concern in that route. And then we're looking for volunteers. We have had some people offer to drive around and help collect, bigger items or trash bags that might be too heavy for them to bring back. So if you guys know of anybody who also wants to help out that day, I know Mr. Bob Hamilton will be looking for, what did you call them? 2
Muscle.
chippy boys?
Yeah, two guys that could jump in there.
Youngsters, I don't. And that's kind of the epic day of service, but there's still kind of a lot we're trying to sort through, so please ask your questions so I can ask them if I don't have the answer.
Okay.
we always used to bring like snacks and Gatorade and stuff. Do we still need to do that, or is Rotary doing snacks?
My answer to that is always keep it simple. So
Okay.
for Georgetown, I'm getting what they're doing, but I'm trying to amplify our town a little bit more, just because Georgetown. So I would love to do that. We've been waiting to hear the Christian Black stuff, trying to hear what our officers' feedback is, but Clear Creek Sheriff is doing more of a community outreach, and they're willing to do like coffee and cider and such, and I think that would be something really nice to lean into.
Yeah,
So, and snacks as well.
okay.
So I think that's something, you know, we can always tap into.
Who has, does the town still have the volunteer waiver?
Yes, I do have that.
Okay, all right.
That's right.
I feel like the snacks didn't always, I feel like we always had more snacks than people really cared about though.
I just sent them home with you guys. You guys always say you don't.
And kids ice cream comes next.
Oh, God.
But then you don't.
Yeah,
The kid ice cream voucher.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
We had to get the donation from the,
Candy comes.
Yeah.
Does anyone do like sunscreen on the table and stuff?
Yeah.
Like hand sanitizer?
I don't have,
That's like,
that's a good idea though.
you know,
I got a sunscreen hookup with your car.
I do have, I usually have the sunscreen bottles on the table that day, but, oh, you know what I'd always put on the table was the Clorox wipes.
Not problem. I've been thinking about like gloves and stuff too, like
Oh,
what
yeah.
other things can we think
Gloves.
of? With some of my other projects, I've been working with Leave No Trace, they've offered to lend volunteers, have a booth, flyers and things like that.
Cool.
I wasn't sure if we would be interested in that, but again, I wanna hype up Georgetown's cleanup day. I think that's also a great press pull.
Mhm. They're a great organization.
They're so great. We're actually working, the Colorado Tourism Board and Leave No Trace are working together, and they're coming up with the Colorado Coalition, which is basically how do we get outdoor recreation and tourism to actually work together?
Yeah.
So you're seeing not just at the state level coming together and doing the same messaging, but the Explore Act just came out, and so you're having at the federal level, which I actually have that in my notes as well. So if we're all cool with that, then I will go ahead, but I was also wondering like, what other ways could we get creative? I was thinking maybe reaching out to Kimberly Knox to see if her and any of the students wanna walk around and clean. They could also do some Leave No Trace practices.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure. I just don't know how like crazy we want it to be like, hey, the environment, stewardship. It's like, I'm marketing and events for the businesses.
Yeah, yeah, I think we should all digest that a little bit, and if you want some thoughts,
Yeah.
you know, if you think of something that might be kind of cool to.
And I can always sit on my hands and bring something to next year. It doesn't, you know, just because I'm excited now, it doesn't mean we can't sit and think, so. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I have a question. There are a few places in town where there's basically empty lots that are owned by contractors or somebody that have piles of construction rubble.
Yeah.
So they would be on private property, so the town, I don't think, could go in and remove that stuff, but has anybody looked at contacting them and giving them the opportunity to clean up. I'm thinking particularly along, Argentine, or no, Rose Street,
Yeah,
down between the Alpine and,
we've never reached that.
Rotary.
Bob, I took that tip to Rick, and he's helping me figure out who owns that, so we can ask permission. But I don't know if that's appropriate, so I went to Rick,
Yeah.
administrator. But if you guys know of anything else or think that is not appropriate, please speak now.
I didn't see nothing.
I will reach out.
If you're gonna pick up trash.
Well, and a lot of the communities are doing it.
I wouldn't offer to clean their lot, but I would.
Because I know-
Okay.
I wouldn't offer to go clean their lot, I would offer they just good time to clean their lot.
Yeah.
So we wanna change the language, okay.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool,
Okay,
Yeah.
cool,
Okay.
alright,
thank you for
Thank you.
coming.
of course.
Thank you.
It's been a little bit longer.
Okay.
Someone else is cooking me dinner.
Alright,
There we go.
grant discussion.
Oh yeah, okay, UTEP. UCD. I talked about this a little bit, a couple months ago. They have a program, partnered with DOLA, Department of Local Affairs. And they have masters, landscape architect students who will come up here and walk around all of our parks and do landscape rendering designs based on what our master plan said. You'll know it, you'll remember in our master plan at the back, it has each one of our parks broken out. And then for each park, they said, hey, we heard from your public, they would like a skate park here, and they would like a bicycle park here, and, you know, things like that. So I think kind of the next step, because if you think about it, our master plan is 2021, it's already 3 years old, would be to do some like architectural renderings. Now, these are not construction drawings, so they're not engineered and everything, but it would be something to do for each of the parks that we could go back to our people and say, okay, sure, this is what you want, because this is what you said in 2021, and before we, you know, start writing grants for big projects, just want to make sure everybody's cool with the design. I talked to GoCo, the, Great Outdoors Colorado, that's where when you buy your Powerball ticket, that's where the money goes. And they give big giant grants for parks and recreation. And, when we did the lake trail, they asked us to come to them and ask for the money to do the design of the lake trail. And we did that, and they said, do the design with us first and then come back and we'll give you the money to build it. And that's what we did. But this time when I went to them, she was like, don't come to me for design, go here and get your designs done, and come back and ask me for the big bucks to put it on the ground.
That sounds great.
So I'm just following their steps. Okay, but what we need from our budget, and in our budget on this big giant page for old people like me who need large fonts, we do have 30 grand in capital outlay. It's like third from the bottom. And you'll see over to the right in the yellow, I wrote park surveys, fencing, state park design, RV park design, stuff like that. So from that, I would ask for a total of $3,663 to cover the cost of these students to
That
come.
sounds very good.
make back some of it.
Yeah, and DOLA pays, the other,
2,700.
yeah, the other half.
How much? I'm sorry.
DOLA is, where's my other math? DOLA's paying 2442. We would pay 3663
Sounds great.
for a total of 6105. And basically, you know, you have like a kickoff meeting and the students come up and we talk about which parks we want to do. How many can we fit in, you know, for that amount of money? And then they'll have this summer to work on
So
it.
they'll come up here?
Mhm. And meet with us and do walkabouts and they'll study our master plan. That's the little agreement with them.
That sounds great, Bill.
But I just need a motion to spend that money. And then, Rick can sign this and we can get started with the students,
Okay.
if you guys are in favor.
Yeah, make one.
I'm going to approve this.
3663. $3,663.
I was in the group. Sounds like a good-
I second it. All right, approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's so good.
So we arrange for them to come up for the day or?
Lot of output for the price.
Oh, I know, I know.
It's scope of work.
I know, well, and the beauty of these students is, they're in the know, they're in the industry, this is their life. They're gonna know things about parks that we've never thought of. Yeah, and they're going to have that whole, environmental sustainability piece to it, which, you know, is all the rage right now. And, you know, grant funders want to know that you did everything right the first time and that it's going to last forever and make free energy. No, I'm kidding. But, you know, they just know that industry so well. And I know we're gonna get a quality project from them.
That's awesome, man. Cool.
So as soon as I hear when they wanna come up, I'm gonna reach out to everybody.
Okay, sounds great.
Meet for some beer or something.
All right. I'm gonna skip over Bob quick, because I heard health surveys, did we pull the trigger on? Anything?
I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet, I need to call them, alright.
Okay. All right, Bob.
Okay, I, gave you in your packet the draft report. So I'd be happy to answer any questions to that, and I do have some updates and some questions. And I would like to input. First off. We had the tree in the park, the cottonwood tree that was in the corner. And the, pine tree in the parking lot, we had those, conditional set by a,
Lands.
yeah, and basically a certified arborist. He said the tree in the park was in really poor shape. It has not been maintained, had not been maintained very well, and yes, it probably was gone. The bottom line, he didn't think that it would be around that much longer unless they trimmed it back and really put a lot of effort into it and kept people from walking on where the roots are and all that stuff, and that's just not gonna happen, so. We have a very short window, I'll explain why in a minute, but the decision was made, by the town, basically, to take that tree down. So it came down and the stump was gone and the tree is gone. That was a memorial tree for Kip, I believe.
Lodi Baylor.
Cindy caught him, I think, just about the time we were taking the tree down. So he's aware. We will definitely be putting something into the park. A replacement memorial tree. I've got a price from Lunsford for a 14-foot, or excuse me, 12-foot. Evergreen, probably some kind of a spruce. I like to go with something, not a blue spruce, because they tend to get wide. Yeah, something more vertical. And a permanent memorial, more than the wooden sign that was hanging on that tree, which I don't even know where that has gone, but we'll get a grass engraved plaque, similar to what we have for the Christmas tree down there.
Some,
And I understand that he would like to see a spruce go in there rather than cottonwood, so I think we're on the same page there. So that's in the plan, we'll definitely do that. The parking lot tree, is in good health.
wow,
So, there is no real reason to take that tree down other than to increase the parking lot space. And I brought that, information to the Business Promotions Commission on Monday. And, they reconsidered their recommendation or their agreement, let's take it down and make the parking lot bigger. They thought that they would like to keep the tree. So that was what came out of that, so I'm bringing that to you guys, to get your input. And then I will bring the whole story to, the business, to the, Board of Selectmen on the 14th.
is that
And
a
we
big,
will get a decision on whether it's worth it to the town to go ahead and pull that, take that tree down. Take the tree down is probably gonna cost about $3,000. I get numbers that are anywhere from 2 to 5, so 2 to 3,000, maybe a little more. We saved a lot of money because Kevin and Ryder and, Scooter took the tree down and chopped it all up, and then Banky came over on Monday and pulled the stump out along with the electrical that goes to the fire pit.
Oh, sure.
That got,
That's what they're trenching over the.
Oh, God.
no, the trenching is, that's another thing. No, the electrical got repaired, and we just need to hook it back up, but that'll probably happen tomorrow. But the hole can be filled now. So I would like to, you guys think about it, talk about it. But before I leave the meeting, I need to have a kind of a consensus of where you guys feel on the parking lot expansion. About $20,000 to do the excavation work. I got a quote, an updated quote from Banky to come and do that if we decide to make the parking bigger.
Is that the big tree by the apartments,
Yeah.
Yeah.
by the purple building?
Yeah,
And how many extra parking spaces does that give us?
five, a minimum of 5 to 6, depending on how we stack in the corner. So the cost to take the tree, figure, we said 25 to 30,000, so we're still in that ballpark. To, $5,000-6,000 per space. That's basically the way to look at it. One thing I do have to get a price on is if the tree does come down, we would want to replace it in caliber inches, and I haven't measured the diameter of that tree yet, but that's a good sized tree. A 12-foot spruce tree planted is about $3 grand. So figure if we did, I don't know, 5 bigger trees, we're probably talking 20 grand, maybe something like that. So that would add on to that, so to, replace it. We wouldn't have to do it all at the same time, but that would be a commitment the town would want to make and do it over time when we find places. And it obviously wouldn't be in the same place, it would be someplace around town.
What did you say the cost was to take it down and excavate that space?
About 25,000.
And then to do the replant was 20?
If we, figured, we probably 20 to 25,000 for replacing with equivalent trees.
Okay.
That's a rough guess, but it gives us a ballpark idea.
And what did you say the value is per parking space?
Well, to create the parking spaces would be out of the 25,000, so
Okay.
5,000 a space, plus another 5,000 to put trees in somewhere per space. So the bottom line cost probably around 10,000 per space.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
I'll circle back to that. The other thing is, you'll note in the package that the budget looks like we're pretty much back on the 306,000 that we had. So we're back in the ballpark, and there's 2 reasons for that. We decided to hold the ice belt system out and use it as an option if we went through the winter fine with really no real ice problems from the roof. So that helps put some money back in take some money out of the budget. The other thing is, Kevin, volunteered that, he's quite capable of doing the irrigation system.
Mm-hmm.
So the town with Kevin basically and, our town support staff on the project will do the irrigation system. So we pulled that out of Lunsford scope. We did agree, I had a meeting with Lunsford to get them all set up. They agreed that it probably would be best if they went and did the drip irrigation, just the emitters and the little 1/4-inch hoses that connect everything up. When they put the plants in, that way everything is, where it needs to be. So we agreed, that's a good idea. So they're gonna go ahead and do that. So they reduce their price to the whole irrigation, the drip irrigation part of this to about, I think about $1,400-1,500, I've got the new price, but, so that'll go back into that, but we'll be able to do the irrigation system for probably less than half, or about half of what it would be if we had a commercial contractor do it. I met with Lunsford at a kickoff meeting. They are going to start work next Tuesday. They're going to focus, and their goal is to be done with all the heavy stuff, basically everything but the plantings, before the Memorial Day weekend, which that's gonna be a tall order. The first thing they'll do, they'll come in and they'll strip some of the gravel, they'll get the right grade put in there, get some sub base put in for the flagstone, and then they'll come and start doing the flagstone. We committed that, and that's what drove that tree had a week, it had to be gone by the end of this week, which it is. We have to have all the underground irrigation stuff in, which we're almost there. All the concrete work that had to be done in the park is done. So we're in really good shape to, we'll be ready for them when they show up. Matter of fact, I think we're going to probably pull some of that easy to get pea stone, the gravel that's in the park. We'll probably pull that out tomorrow, and maybe I'll get Ryder on Monday. Ryder is supposed to come tomorrow. If the weather's decent, and start putting the capstones on. I want those on before. The other item on your opinion on is we had Roden Bridge and Kevin and Ryder on, was it Monday morning? Yeah. Okay, well, Monday and Tuesday, I don't know. Anyway, the boulders came down the hill.
This is Tuesday.
And they got planted where they're supposed to be according to the plans. Some people like them, some people don't. So I'm kind of canvassing, and if you haven't seen it, please go walk over there at some point.
Are these the ones you sit on or just decorate?
No, these are the seeding boulders. These are, they're planted inside between the fire pit and the seat wall.
Okay,
Square or round or?
They're they're nominally rectangular shape, but I mean, they're natural cut boulders. They're the same material, the aspen buff, they're the same material as the seat cap wall, the seat cap,
Why don't people like
fire pit.
Just curious, what's the reason why they don't like them?
Some people think that it detracts from the veneer stone that you see. Another comment was that you wind up with, about a 3-foot aisleway in front of the seating boulder and in back of the seating boulder. So, it's like, it's just, they're not completely all the way around the fire, they're just in a couple of clusters.
All right.
So, it's,
Yeah, we'll walk down.
some people, I like more space in here. Others say, I like this because I can get now closer to the fire. So it's, it's kind of a mix. The bottom line is they're a bitch.
no doubt.
They weigh, each boulder is over a ton.
To walk down after.
Yeah.
So, give me some feedback on that, and,
Okay.
I won't tell you what my opinion is, but if we have to move them,
These guys will do it.
I would, no, it's gonna happen, it'll have to happen,
With their hands.
it'll have to happen Monday.
Okay,
It'll have to happen.
We'll walk down after this. Take a look.
yeah,
And, I've got input from, Parks and Rec, from business promotions, a couple of the DRC people, and then other people who are walking around town. I said, what do you think in your opinion? And it's kind of, it's like anything, it's like, some people like it.
Feedback I heard when Christmas tree lighting is, there was no place to sit close to the fire. So maybe they might be good, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for being close to the fire, I mean, you're right there.
All right, we'll take a look.
And I think they'll blend in a little better when we put the capstones on.
yeah.
It'll bring that wall up about another 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah.
And it is the same material, it's all that aspen buff that the capstones are, and
Are they as high as the wall now or lower?
They're a little higher than the wall, so they'll be about as high as the wall
Okay,
with the cap film.
okay, so let me,
And the, off the fire pit is a little lower.
all right, we'll look at it after the meeting.
Is that our flagstone next to the restaurant, next to the Teal building?
Yes,
Okay,
but
yeah,
that's
it's
not,
really nice.
that's old.
Really?
Yeah,
It looks
that's
nice.
the reclaim stuff.
Wow.
The new stuff is sitting up on Third Street in the parking lot.
Up at the top, going to the
Yeah, there's
bottom?
there's over 100,000 pounds of it. It's gonna be coming down to the parking lot. The Strauss Park parking lot is gonna close next Monday. Rick has already notified
Businesses.
the people that park there, that are supposed to park there. And if there are cars there Monday morning, they're gonna get towed. Because the parking lot will be unavailable for, well, till Memorial Day weekend, because that's where they'll bring that material down. They'll use that as their staging area to do the work in there. And then once we get the interior of the park pretty well lined out, we'll go ahead and do the, concentrate on the parking lot. So I'm hoping in June to get the plantings in,
Mhm.
and Kevin's gonna plant the grass. He's already got it growing in his basement.
What else you growing down there?
Also, I'm gonna roll the sod down.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we are, going to the schedule. Yeah, so that's basically it.
That's awesome.
It's been a busy month.
No, it's not
Got a lot done and.
fantastic.
Sounds good, we'll take a look then on after this.
And I did suggest to business promotions, I think that's who it was. You may want to consider, we may have the park pretty well done, including the plantings, by July 4th. Which means you may want to consider, is there a
Susan.
benefit in doing like a grand opening or something? Which might get people from down the barbecue back downtown in the afternoon. So that's a thought, so people are thinking about that.
Nice,
But I think that's within the realm of possibilities.
awesome.
Awesome.
So,
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you so much, fantastic. When do we need to give you an answer about the big giant spruce tree? Or the big tree?
I'll walk down with you afterwards.
Okay,
All right. Budget.
do you have it? I don't think we have it, do we? Well, you have the one I gave you, but I don't have
The one
the,
you gave us,
I
yeah.
don't have the one to date.
No, we need the one from Karen.
Alright,
Make sure it gets on there next time.
yeah, we don't have how much we spent today.
All right. Yeah, we can know that.
So after this chaos, do you still like this?
Yes, well, I have to say, I did submit my letter of intent technically before April 30th.
Oh,
So I've been under the deadline either way.
Outstanding.
And it was like, my email is dated.
Yeah, I remember, right? We just need to pretty rigid vote.
Yeah, we're sticklers about everything.
Clearly, yeah, it's in my car.
I think I still the email with that I'm gonna continue.
Oh, shoot, me too, I think.
You guys are
I'll leave the
late.
agenda, but
Yes, rather than adjourning, let's just adjourn down to
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
move that we do a site visit to Strauss Park right now and adjourn thereafter.
I'd say that.
I'll pay with.
I.
Great.
Good.
That was really going.